GOP senators request criminal investigation of the Trump dossier. That's right. GOP senators request investigation into the Trump dossier, its author. Now, just to sort of like give some weight to this, the Trump dossier was what was used, right? It was part of what was used by investigators to get the FISA warrants. Now, the FISA warrants were what were used in order to track, surveil the Trump campaign in Trump Tower. This is almost the entire basis for why there is a Russian investigation. See, the Trump dossier, which we now know, ladies and gentlemen, we know was created, was a work for hire, bankrolled in part by the Clinton Foundation, the Clinton campaign, I should say, the Clinton campaign. Okay, so you pay these people to get this dirt on Donald Trump, to do what they call opposition research. Yes, these are Russians who were paid money. And for some strange reason, there is a big distinction between paying Russians and Russians just giving you stuff. For some reason...
Look, man, I ain't falling for no banana in my tailpipe.
For some reason, that's a big deal. That's a big difference. I don't think when they talk about this stuff on the liberal media, and we're talking about MSNBC, CNN, other news broadcasts, CBS, ABC, pretty much all of them, they don't frame it that way. They don't frame it like we got one allegation that Trump was aided by Russians, without him, paying them, and they just gave this to him because they loved him so much. And on the other side, we have, actually, factually, we know for a fact, no one's disputing that the Clinton campaign paid Russians to get information about Trump. Some of it, like, how do you verify that stuff? So anyway, here we go. GOP senators, they want to investigate the author of that dossier. 2 Republican senators are asking the Department of Justice to open a criminal investigation into Christopher Steele, the author of a controversial opposition research dossier on President Trump. Senators Chuck Grassley and Lindsey Graham sent a letter to Deputy Attorney General Rod Rosenstein and FBI Director Christopher Wray asking that they investigate if the former British intelligence agent lied to federal authorities. I don't take lightly making a referral for criminal investigation, but as I would with any credible evidence of a crime unearthed in the course of our investigations, I feel obliged to pass that information along to the Justice Department for appropriate review. Now, that is Senator Chuck Grassley there. Graham also said this. He said, after reviewing how Mr. Steele conducted himself in distributing information contained in the dossier and how many stop signs the DOJ ignored in the use of the dossier, I believe that a special counsel needs to review this matter. This letter is the first known criminal referral from any of the congressional investigations into Russia's election interference. I want to take a look at that statement again because I don't know about that statement. It says, the letter is the first known criminal referral from any of the congressional investigations into Russia's election interference. This is interesting. This is interesting. I mean, we are looking to get the facts, right? We are looking to get the truth. This is not a witch hunt. This is, did Russia impact our elections unfairly? Did Russia have something to do with the moves that Donald Trump made, with the messaging of the Trump campaign? Were they in collusion with the Russians? I think that's a fair question. And I think, and look, for the record for me, let me just make this clear. I have no horse in this race. Here on this show and on this TBTV, it's a small network. It's a small platform. It's a small platform. We know that, right? But as for what content I put out here, what we try to do, we don't care where truth leads us. We just want to follow the truth. If it's true that Donald Trump colluded with Russia, what does that mean? But define collusion. Okay, and if you define that collusion to be somehow treasonous, okay, fine. Bring that information, bring those charges, let us see what you got. I'm like Al Pacino in Heat. Show me what you got. Show me what you got. Show me what you got. I want to see it. I have no interest in protecting criminals. That's right. No interest in protecting criminals. Okay? We're good? I hope we're good. and that's not what this channel is about. That's not the motive of this channel. Now, but what I am also not interested in doing, and hold on to your bra straps, I'm not interested in defending bogus investigations. Them either. I don't like them either.
Look, man, I ain't falling for no banana in my
I don't like those either. I'm not a fan of bogus investigations that cost millions of dollars that distract us from real life issues that should be addressed. So now back to this document. Back to this, because this is so interesting. So interesting. It says here, as part of their request, the two senators passed along a memo tied to certain communications between Christopher Steele and multiple U.S. news outlets. They did not publicly release the memorandum, which is classified. The Justice Department isn't required to open an investigation in response to Grassley and Graham. In Grassley's office, in announcing this request, what the hell? Grassley's office, I hate Cortana. I thought I disabled Cortana. Okay. Grassley's office noted that it's standard for the committee to notify the Justice Department when it comes across what appears to be credible evidence of a criminal violation that warrants further investigation by appropriate authorities based on information from any source, public or non-public. Yeah. Now, this referral comes only days after the latest public back and forth between Grassley and Fusion GPS, the research firm that hired Steele to compile the controversial dossier. That's also important. Fusion GPS is who the Clinton Foundation paid. Fusion GPS paid Christopher Steele. They retain the services of Christopher Steele. Yes, they are the Clinton, I say foundation, I mean campaign. It's just because I'm going to be covering the foundation soon in this segment. It's just like 1 degree of separation. You got a middleman working between doing the dirt or what have you. The dossier itself is a very important issue. When you hear people talk about it, when you hear people in media, when I say media, I mean corporate media. Independent media pretty much gets it right. They give it the gravity that is required. A lot of times when I hear this conversation broached on corporate media, they are not giving the proper weight to the dossier. If the dossier is refuted, if it is found to be a hit piece, a piece contracted to destroy Donald Trump's candidacy and later his presidency, then this is a huge story. Did the Clinton campaign have the impetus to have fabricated information pushed into the Justice Department, pushed into the FBI, in hoping for the result of Donald Trump being outed, as Donald Trump failing his candidacy, Donald Trump failing as president? Is that the intention here? So this was all done under the Obama administration. This was sort of, no, it remains to be seen. It remains to be seen. And just like the Russia investigation that I've been saying for months that I felt was full of a hot air, okay? But I have said, okay, I've come to the conclusion, as I stated, hey, let's see where this Russia investigation goes. Well, let's see where this dossier investigation goes. No one is above the law. I'm not above the law. You're not above the law. Us regular poor folks, we get hit all the time. We spend so much time in prison. It's amazing that we spend time anywhere else for us poor black folks, for us poor black folks. Yeah. So don't come to me about due process. Yeah, give them due process, but let's get the facts out there. That's what's needed. Anything else here that the people need to know about this? It just closes by saying the dossier has become a flashpoint in the Russia investigations, with Republicans questioning whether the document was the starting point for the FBI investigation of the Trump campaign. I believe it was. I believe it was used as ammunition to justify this Russia investigation totally. And if that dossier was created merely as a smear document, we already know Christopher Steele. We already know that this has, it has Russians' fingerprints all over it. No one's even denying that. No one denies it. Now they're saying that the dossier had no effect on the FISA warrant, which is what they used to tap the phones, guys.